All right, today is spray foam day. I picked up this kit. I think it covers 200 square foot. Picked it up from Home Depot, but you can get these kits for about 330 bucks right now.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
We're going to be covering these panels. We already had a number of them unscrewed. So we had some leftover spray foam. So we went ahead and we've spray foamed pretty much all of this side up to over here and some of that side until the spray foam was basically gone. So now we're installing our wood panels, and this is what they look like. Kind of a rustic coffee shop look to them. Pretty stout.
You're just done. So this trim piece actually holds not only the panel, but the window.
A custom-made trim piece.
And we chose this PVC material because it won't condensate in sweat. And that's a common problem with Kung
It's a problem with Kung Fu.
Common problem with bus conversions. Day 14? I think we're on day 14, and we're doing wall paneling today. So we already have half of the bus completely done. We've insulated inside the wall cavities, and now we're just putting up some wood paneling to finish it off, and we're trimming it with PVC. So come along and we'll show you what we're doing.
I had bought one of the spray foam kits to just do behind the paneling, and I found after I was done with spraying the paneling, I had quite a bit left over. So we went ahead and then we unscrewed all the metal paneling that's under this stuff, and we spray foamed this entire side of the bus.
Mm-hmm. Which is actually really good because this is a dark bus, and it gets actually quite hot.
You got a lot of heat coming in from the absorbing from the black paint. So I went ahead and got another spray foam kit, and we're gonna go ahead and do this whole side of the bus, and whatever I have left over from that, I'm gonna spray foam underneath the bus. All right, is that what you said? At one of the Home Depots here, they actually stock these kits. Sometimes they're hard to find. Some Home Depots don't have them. Many of the employees at Home Depot don't seem to know if they have something or not, and nowadays when you go in and you want to ask them if they have something, they have to pull out their phone to see if they even have it. It's sometimes easier just to go online on their website, set the store to your area as your store, and then check stock. And then many times the stock isn't right because people go in and steal stuff all the time. So then you need to call the store, say, I'm looking for this item, give them the SKU number, and say, can you please go look and make sure you have one.
Go into the insulation section of your local Home Depot. If you're any good at Where's Waldo, you should be able to find it quite easily. I'm gonna borrow Ashton's glasses here. My overall length from the top of the window to the bottom where the support rail is 48.5 inches. So there's a good side and a bad side to these pieces. You can see where there's a SKU number and a barcode. At the top of my window, it's kind of rounded where the top meets the top of the trim. And so I'm going to just kind of put a little bit of an angle. Okay. So then from the top of the window to the sill of the window is 28 inches. So I'm gonna make a mark there because this is gonna be the spot that's going to be notched out so that it fits snug and then goes around the paneling. I went 2/3 of the way through here and just over half to the end here. I am going to use my table saw. When it's up, I'm going to have the window side on this side. Lock my guard in place. Now I have it scored out about a 2/3 depth. As you can see, this is my keep side, this is my take side. I only came about this far, but I came enough to clear my notch mark of the 28 inches. I want to take out this section. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my blade on my saw to this depth so that my saw blade will run along this channel. Bring my blade up, and I want to take 2/3 off. So I'll be running it through like this. This is my keep side on the back side, as you can see where the angle is. So I'm going to raise the blade up to the full length of the trim board. Break that off there. Turned out pretty good.
All right, guys, so we got our hole drill to here, and we're gonna fit this in here like this. Now what we're doing, because we're using stainless steel screws like this, with a little like decorative washer there. Stainless steel screws, first of all, the threads strip off real easily and the heads break off real easily. So in order to kind of pre-thread this hole, we're taking one of the bus screws and we're just gonna screw this in here. And then that kind of threads the hole for us. It's kind of like tapping it. And then this piece should, if we're careful enough, go in without breaking. There we go.
We're using a 1-inch stainless steel screw with an oval head.
Got some walls in. A little cafe booth here. Got our cabinets installed over there. So we picked up some of this kind of rough sawn wood stuff at Home Depot. Stuff's like $25 a box. We're planning on using this at the whole front of the counter here.
All right, so next is figuring out where the end of this counter is going.
Well done. What we want to do is kind of bring you up to speed on everything that we've done so far and then talk about what we're going to be doing today. Right now we got pretty much all the wall paneling up. We have some booth walls up, so there's going to be like a booth here. Over here there's going to be a sofa.
Yep, a sofa there, and well, of course, another booth over here. And then we have the barista bar counter ordering area,
which is turning out really, really nice. We went with like a birch butcher block that we're going to also put epoxy over, so these are going to be beautiful when they're done.
Yes.
There's going to be a stove here for cooking.
Sink here.
Sink there. Coffee machines are going to be here. A little fridge right here. Back here is another booth. And then we've got our bathroom walls all built. As you can see, Ashton was telling me how if he did this, it'd be real, it's getting off there, but it'd be real easy for him. You're up there a little bit there, buddy.
Okay.
There's gonna be just a toilet in here. And then back here is gonna be a cabinet door. And this is gonna be all storage back in here. So right now what we're going to do is get our paneling up on this wall to start finishing this off.
And these two cabinets here are for coffee dressing bars. So there'll be one here and then one on the other end. So
Cream,
they don't
sugar, stir sticks, all that kind of stuff.
And we just have a couple more pieces of paneling to put up, and we'll show you what we're doing.
Yeah. So what we're doing right now is we are getting the contour of our ceiling, and we had some of this painter's paper left, and I thought, you know, if we put this up here and just cut this straight with the studs, then we'll know, you know, this is what will line up with the end of our paneling. This part here isn't as important for being square, so you literally put this paper on here, take and staple it in place, cut down here, and then kind of fold the paper up against the ceiling, and that's exactly how we're gonna want our paneling to be.
But if we did a double layer of paper on the inside and out and insulate in between, that should be enough, I think. Because this stuff looks pretty good, don't you think?
There's nothing on it. Like it's just a blank front. There we go.
All right, let's see if it fits. So what we're doing is we're actually making this look like an old style outhouse. That's going to be kind of the theme we're going for here. It's not going to be a public restroom. It's just going to be a kind of a restroom that's there for if the employees have an emergency, they need to get to the bathroom right away. But it's not going to be for just everyone. And this paneling's perfect because it's got these old plank pieces of wood with the fake nail holes and stuff like that. And it kind of goes with this rustic theme we're doing here. I've always liked the idea of movie set building, so since I'm not doing movie set building, I figured I'd do a little bit of set building in this bus. So we are going to put some panel adhesive. Now, I use the same stuff for the metal, fuse it, and it actually seems to work really well. I was pretty impressed that when it hardens, it stays. It seems like it's a little soft, but at the same time, seems very sturdy. So we're gonna go ahead and put that on here for the panel to glue onto. All right, so we are doing this right here.
It's raining, so we couldn't do the paneling.